Good morning, students. I welcome you to my video lectures on network analysis. And in the past, I was going through the basics of network analysis. And today, I will be beginning the topic, the network analysis, the syllabus actual start. So first, I will put a question for myself. What is network analysis? So for a student, before going deeply into the subject, so he or she must be in a position to define what is network analysis. So this is a very important topic. In addition to this, there is one more topic, network synthesis. But you will not study network synthesis. You will concentrate on only network analysis. So what is network analysis? What is network synthesis? To define what is network analysis or network synthesis, I require three words. Number one, network. Number two, excitation. Excitation is also known as input. And number three, what is known as response. Response is also known as output. With the help of these three words, I am in a position to define what is network analysis. Now I will define what is network analysis. First I will go through these terms one by one. Now I will take up the first word, what is known as network. What is network? Network is the term used to describe the collection of elements. Elements means the three passive elements. Later I will define what are passive elements. The three types of elements that we come across are number one, resistor, number two, inductor. Inductor also includes transformer and capacitor. These three are the passive elements we come across. So network is nothing but collection of components. And we will going to make an assumption that these components are linear. Linear, it stands for L. Linear, lumped, finite, linear, lumped, finite, passive, linear, lumped, finite, passive, and bilateral. The components are assumed to be linear, lumped, finite, passive, bilateral. And the network which includes these components is going to be called LLFPB networks. After defining network analysis, I will take up the definition of these characteristics one by one. Linear, lumped, finite, passive, and bilateral. Now next, after defining what is network, now I will define what is known as input or excitation. Now coming to excitation. Excitation is sometimes also called as input. It is sometimes also called as driving force. Input, driving force or excitation is nothing but source of electrical energy to be connected to the network. So this can be in the form of cell, or this can be in the form of a battery, or this can be in the form of signal generator. So these are all source of electrical energy. Later you will come to know that there are two types of representation: constant voltage representation, constant current source representation. So later I will take up the realizations of inputs. So this is the second term. After understanding network and excitation. Now let us take up the last word, what is known as response. After connecting excitation to network, we are going to get response. Response means output. Now the output can be a voltage drop across a element. So this can be a response. A voltage drop is produced across a resistor or a capacitor or an inductor. It could be a output, or it can be a current through an inductor. It can be a current through an inductor, or it can be power dissipated in this resistor, or it can be energy dissipated in this resistor, or it can be charge stored on capacitor plates. So these are all called responses. So response is going to be mentioned in the problem. So response or output. So to get the output or response, we require both network and excitation. Now how to express response? You will come to know that there are two types of representation for response. So one is known as time domain representation. Time domain representation. Time domain means expression in terms of time t. For example, voltage expressed as 12t square. So t is time. So it is expressed as time, or current can be 1 minus e power minus t. This is what is called as time domain representation. That means everything in terms of time. Time is independent variable. This is one way. Another way is what is known as frequency domain representation. Frequency domain representation. When you study Laplace transform, application of Laplace transform to the study of networks, you will come across what is known as frequency domain representation. Frequency domain representation means it is expressed like this: V of S 12 by S cube, 12 by S cube, or it can be 10 1 over S plus 1, 10 into 1 over S minus 1. So this is what is called as frequency domain representation. At the time of studying Laplace transforms, application of Laplace transform to the study of networks, we come across this representation, what is known as frequency domain representation. Now I will take up, after understanding these three terms, three words, now I will define what is network analysis. Now coming to the definition of network analysis, these three words. Number one, network. So let us assume that network is given. Network is given. That means component values are known. The scheme of connection is also known. That is, network is known. Excitation is also given. Excitation is also given. But we don't know what is response. So response is in question. If network and excitation are given, the problem of finding the response is what is known as network analysis. So out of three words, two are going to be given, and the problem of finding the third one, that is response, is what is known as network analysis. Later you will come across techniques such as mesh analysis, nodal analysis, Fourier analysis, Laplace transform analysis. These are all the techniques, and we going to find response. It is what is known as network analysis. What is network synthesis? In the case of network synthesis, excitation is given, response is also given, but the network is in question. Okay, the problem of finding the network given excitation and response is what is known as network synthesis. So network analysis and network synthesis are two important topics in electrical engineering. Thank you.